On the WHO program?
It's getting older and it's getting a lot worse.
They pay you Medicare Part B.
Yeah.
Instead of taking $134 out of your check from Social Security, there's a program through Medicaid called the buy-in program where they pay that portion for you, and it stays in your check.
No, I know we have
So that's what happened?
Yeah, and I don't know why it happened. Maybe
I don't know why.
I don't know if he had to renew or something.
I don't know why that
Yeah, it
happened
says
either.
we will no longer pay your Medicare Part B medical insurance.
But, okay, now let me tell you something about that. They told me that had to do with Medicaid.
Okay.
When I went down to Social Security about that, about what they don't have nothing to do with us. That has to do with Medicaid.
Right.
So I'm like, well, how did that have to do with Medicaid?
Yeah. I don't know if they, I don't know if that program is something that you have to renew every year, like a recertification.
I don't think so because I've never been told to renew it.
Okay.
Like my social never changes, so I don't know why my Part B would change if I have Part A and Part B. What Part B is I think Part B is the part for the hospital or whatever.
Right.
I have AIDS, so of course I go to the hospital, you know, for different numerous stuff.
Right. So maybe you want to look into that. But unfortunately with TA, we go by the gross. So we count the 591 even though you're only getting 457.
It's not 457. It's like 440 something. It was 295, 429, then it went to 440. That's not what they're giving me. That is not what they're giving me. That is not what comes on my card every month. It's for the last couple of months. It's been 440.
Money out for something else too. I don't know if you have a
Isn't that New York State? But that ain't that New York State? That don't have nothing to do with. That's what I'm saying. That $23 is gone. So maybe that's why I'm getting 440.
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get that 23 from New York State no more. So I'm getting 440 something. That's what comes on my card. But anyway, I need to ask you something because you said that the rent would be $490.
Right. Do 1470 divided by 3, it's 490.
I know.
Because both your nieces are 18, one's 18, one's 19.
Right.
So.
It's taking so
But-
long for it to clear out over here. It cleared in manner.
So how would that go with options? Because that's where I pay my rent to.
Right.
And then options is supposed to get a third of my income. So why y'all are saying that y'all gonna pay, or that I have to pay $490? That my portion
We're
will be.
only going to count $490 on the budget for your portion because Pauletta and Jessica are old enough.
Did you work
I mean,
This year,
Truthfully, they're not. And if you're a mother, you know. If you're a mom, you know. I have an 18-year-old daughter. And she's not grown until she's 21 or 24 now. From what you know what I'm saying? So, you know, their mother being gone and they being with me is same difference. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been taking care of them. But anyway, as you were saying, that y'all will pay, that y'all are going to pay for to Section 8?
we will count $490 towards your rent. So I forgot to bring the budget back with me. But when I put that number in and I based it on the budget that you have now, and it shows that your excess income because of your SSI, your SST.
Okay, but I don't understand how I can be excess anything. I don't even have and you said you don't count JoJo.
No. You don't
So
count them in the case count. Even if we did count him in the case count, you would have to count his income.
Right, but y'all can count that as me being excess with everything else that I have to do, like, you know, pay the rent, buy food, because I don't get no help with that. So that makes me still access.
no.
I'm still over, even with everything else that I would have to.
You might be eligible for food stamps.
I don't have a marriage.
Y'all never gave it to me before, and I've tried numerous times.
If you don't have temporary assistance, because whatever we give you towards temporary assistance, whatever your total grant is, gets counted on your food stamp budget. So if you don't have temporary assistance anymore, then that
What was the highest grade you completed?
income comes out of the budget. But then we'd have to add the 2 nieces on, count their income, JJ, and everybody's JoJo, and everybody's income would have to be counted.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now, you're saying I'm coming up excess, which means I have more.
Right.
I'm coming over.
Right.
Over because you're giving me, you put the $1,490 in instead of the $900 that you were giving me. Right.
That's. You're getting confused with what we give you towards your rent and what your actual rent is.
You go right in.
So your actual rent is $1,470, and we divide it by 3.
But my actual rent was always $1,470, and my E5 was supposed to cover $1,470 for a family of 4. Wasn't that true? And a family of 5 is $1,800. So what I was told.
I don't know where you get those numbers from.
Shannon.
Because we have. Because when we do the budget, you know, we put whoever is able to be counted in household count.
And who was able? Who was able to be counted?
You and your daughter.
And that was it.
You guys have been in our house.
My nieces wasn't able to be counted. When they was 15.
I think when
they was 15 going to school,
when
they
I was
went
looking at the prior notes, I think they were taken off because it had a negative impact on your case.
But everybody that was living in my house, though, my E5 is supposed to cover the number of people in my household. So you're just telling me that it was only 2 people in my household? That's not true. How could that? This is what's confusing me. This is what's confusing me. I'm not understanding how everybody that was in my household that I was taking care of. Okay, because you know what I'm saying, like.
I'm just gonna take these, make a copy.
With what I was receiving, with my bills, with food, because I was denied food stamps on several occasions. You know, then I got, you know, I'm paying options. I'm actually learned that I was overpaying options, but all of that's going to come out because they're going to have to reevaluate and reevaluate and re-go into everything that went on with them because I wasn't. 1/3 of my income was not $568. I don't know how they came up with that number. And now that it comes down to they talking about an eviction, now all the numbers, you know, got to be redone. And you know what I'm saying? Which if this would have been done right in the beginning, I'm feeling that it wasn't done right then, which brings me to now. And where am I left at now? Because all of the numbers wasn't done right before. Mm-hmm. Like, I was taking care of my nieces when they didn't have an income. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, when my sister passed away, they didn't have anything. You know, it wasn't, oh, they have an income, so yeah, I'm taking them. No, I took them because they were my nieces. Right. Because that's my family. Right. Just like my grandson was 2 years old, and he's deaf. He didn't have an income when I brought him from Florida because I just knew something was wrong with him, so I brought him back home with me because I'm the grandmother, and I know something's wrong when a child is not speaking at 2 years old. You're not speaking at 2 years old. Something's wrong with him, Ashley. She's young. Yeah. She don't know why he's not talking. So I said, you know what? I brought him here, took him to Stony Brook, went back and forth on the bus, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until they realized he's deaf in both ears, and he hears nothing. Stayed with him, took care of him until I could get some help from SSI to, you know, to get his cochlear implant. And, you know, I did that. I didn't do that with help from nobody giving me no extra money. Mm-hmm. You understand where I should have been getting more help than I was getting. So now here I am today because now they're telling me that I owe $7,000. From what planet they got that from, I don't even know. But I'm not even really worried about that because when you know, I get the legal help that I'm getting, all of that's going to be turned around anyway because that's not true. I could owe a whole year, and you can calculate it sitting here yourself. If I owe the whole year of $568 for 12 months, it wouldn't come up to $7,000. You understand? It wouldn't come up to me owing them $7,000. So how, if I owe a couple of months, a few months, do I owe them $7,000? That's ludicrous. You understand? So here I am. Yeah. You know, here I am asking for help. I'm told that you've helped me twice. This will be the 3rd time. You know, I could get help or not. And I just feel that I need a fair hearing And then when it comes time for me to go to court with them, I'm going to have their rent. But when it comes time for me to go to court with them, I'm going to have someone stand there and say, well, these are the numbers that came up that they gave her when they have given me 3 different numbers of money that I owed them. First it was $3,000 that I owed them. Then it was $5,000 that I owe them. Now it's $7,000. And this was all in a whole, maybe a month and a half of different papers that they given me that I owed them this money. Mm-hmm. So what do I really owe you? You know, when I bought you the paper before, it said $3,000 and something dollars.
Right.
But yet it's still
that was only 6 months worth of rent arrears. But in talking to Shannon, there's more than that. There's a lot. You know, it goes
even
back
if
further
it's
than the 6 months.
even if it's a year, you understand what I'm? It's still not 6,000-7,000, being $568, and it hasn't been. I pay my rent. I might have missed a few months. I pay my rent though.
Yeah.
So
well,
I'm not understanding everything.
then you know, Options needs to give you a breakdown of everything.
Oh, and it will be happen.
You know,
it will.
We
I
paid
will.
what you paid, and
so, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. You're telling me that it's access, that I'm over. However, I'm over. I don't understand. You know, if you could just give me the budget paper and I could have someone overlook, you know, have my lawyer, whatever, look over it, or however it's going to go. I need the number to the commissioner's office. I also need the number for a fair hearing. You know, and that's the way I'm going to take it. I need a fair hearing, and I need to speak to someone. You know, if you can, you know, give me the copy of my budget, because I don't understand how I'm how I'm over when.
okay.
Like,
let me get all that for you, okay?
Okay. I owe so much money. I'm going to call a commissioner, and all that'll be straightened out. 3,000, 4,000, 7,000, 6,000. Get the... Where? Oh, come on. We're going to see who's going to do. Now all of a sudden it's 1,470. For 3 years it wasn't the right amount. Fuck out of here. For 3 years I couldn't get 1,470. Now all of a sudden today it's 14.
I'm just gonna make him 1 ounce. If he eats it, I'll make him another ounce.
He eats it.
Tell me when I gave it to you. Thank you. Okay.